I think this is video number 6 in the series. All right, I want to say something right before we get going. I've been installing ceramic tile for 50 years, all right? Am I the best tile setter? No. Have I done enough tile to have a pretty good idea of what's going on? Yes. Okay, here's something that's really important. Remember, we're installing this tile this way, all right? And it's going to be subway with a half a tile here, all right? Here's what you don't want to have happen. You don't want to just start putting pieces of tile down on the floor, full pieces, and then end up like this with a tiny piece at the top. You want to figure it out so that you end up with either the tile touching, which is very hard to do, or you have to cut off a little bit. So guess what? The distance from the floor down up to the ceiling to here happens to be 92¼ inches. Let's go show you what I did to make sure it's going to work out. While I was busy doing something else in the bathroom, I had my son do me a favor. Look at this. I told him to take the tiles and put them end to end as they're going to be on the wall, on the floor here. All right, so these are nice and tight. They were in a straight line. I've got the tape measure on there. And guess what? We really lucked out. I know it's upside down for you. It's 93 inches. So that means on the floor, we can start with a full piece of tile. And when we get up to the ceiling, we just have to cut off 3/4 inch. So it's going to look like almost a full tile at the top. And that also means that the subway tile, all right, instead of it being half of one of these pieces, instead of it being half, it's going to get cut off just a little bit. So it'll be a nice big full piece at the top. And that's really important. So if you're ever going to have small pieces or it works out in your situation, you're not lucky like me, you want to have all your small stuff down at the bottom. Most people's eyes don't go down to the floor, they're going up. And in our case, think about it, the toilet's in the way, the vanity's in the way, so you have a lot of things to hide those small pieces of tile. So you've got to think all this through before you get started.